I just want to welcome everybody to our 9 p.m. training call. We just finished up with the Wednesday Night Opportunity call. We are going to get started in just a couple minutes. Melissa Brown will be leading a wonderful call tonight. So if you are just hopping on tonight, feel free to state your name and where you're calling from. If you were on the previous call, you might be muted, so just hit *6 to unmute yourself and give us a shout out, and you can have your 1 or 2 seconds of fame.
That was an amazing call. This is my first time calling. I'm actually about to be a mother for the first time, and so I'm trying to look for something that's kind of cool like this. I'm totally into the natural side of things, so thank you for that information so far.
Oh, my goodness. That made me so happy. What's your name?
My name is Harmony.
It's so nice to meet you. Do you think you'll join? Because that would just be amazing.
You know what? I do. I get paid on Friday, and I think I'm going to. I'm going on maternity leave here pretty soon, and I've been looking for something I could kind of do at home or like on my own time, and so I'm super interested.
That's wonderful. I mean, like I said in the call, I am a very busy mom. Like, I'm home with my children, and I've really been given so many tips on how I can make this business work and still be a wonderful mom and a wonderful businesswoman. So I think you're in the right place, because we are a very nurturing company. We want you to be able to live your life how you want it and still work this business effectively. So I can't wait for you to join. I'm really excited for you.
Thank you. I'm excited too. It's totally up my alley, something I definitely have been looking for.
Perfect. I'm so glad to hear that. Thanks for taking the time to call in tonight. Yeah. All right, guys. It's just about 9 o'clock. We're going to give it just one more minute maybe to have everybody who's hopping on get settled. So if you would like to state your name and where you're calling from, that would be wonderful before we get started.
Krista from New York.
Hi, Krista.
Hello, Maggie.
Maggie, I just wanted you to know I am here as well. So whenever you want to get started, I am all set.
All right, perfect. Well, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started. I wanted to introduce to you Melissa Brown, our CEO and founder. She's the mastermind and the creative genius behind this wonderful company that has just changed my life, and I'm about to tear up. But Melissa, I know you're going to have an amazing call for everyone listening, and thank you for all of the time and effort and energy you put into this company to help us live the lives that we want to live. So guys, get your pen and paper out, because I know this is going to be a good one. So take it away, Melissa.
Thank you so much, Maggie. And I have to say that was really just an amazing, amazing call, and so informative, and truly, just listening to you do the opportunity call this evening shows why you are a leader in this company. And I'm just honored to not only have you as an independent wellness guide, but also as a friend. So thank you so much, Mags, and just a great job. Oh, you're so welcome. So welcome, everyone. I am thrilled to have you on the call, and I'm really excited to go over some great training topics tonight, share with you some news. We'll talk about some of the upcoming RYBPs that we're hoping to have here in the near future, and just great call tonight. So I'm super excited. We're going to go over some product knowledge stuff too. I have some great information for you on our shampoo bars and just other really amazing tips and things that you can share with your customers, your team, your downline. Just great things that I found out recently through some additional research that I've done. And I definitely wanted to share that with you. And then we're going to talk a little bit about the topic of integrity, because that really touches so many different areas of our lives. So it's something that I have been reading about a lot lately and really trying to make a focus in my life. So I wanted to share some of the things that I was learning and give you some of the tips that have really started to change certain areas in my life. So first, I would love to start with some recognition because we have some amazing top team builders this month that I feel definitely need to be recognized. So I want to start with the number 5 team builder that we have for the month of September with Radiantly You, and that is Elena from Maryland. I'm not sure if you're on the call or not, Elena, but congratulations. You are just doing an amazing job. I had the opportunity to do Elena's very first RYBP just a few weeks after she had joined, and her passion is truly infectious, and I know she's going to do just wonderfully with her business. And she's also an awesome mama of 3 and stay at home, so it's just great to see her be able to thrive and to grow both her financial life as well as her family life as a result of Radiantly You. So congratulations. Number 4. The number 4 top team builder that we have in Radiantly You for September is Kaylee from Buffalo. Congratulations, Kaylee. You are just so amazing and, truly just going to be an amazing leader and powerhouse in your business and in Radiantly You. And I'm thrilled to get the opportunity to, personally get to work with you as I can and just watch you grow. And so congratulations, Kaylee. Third, I'm really excited about because this is an amazing woman. I think I heard you say hello on the beginning of the call here. I had another amazing opportunity to do her RYDP in Buffalo not too long ago, and I just want to congratulate Elizabeth Brown. So congratulations. She is our number 3 top team builder this month of September with Radiantly You. Number 2, I want to recognize Samantha in California. She's doing just as amazing and building her business and really has started her business with Radiantly You with such energy and passion that's obviously showing through with how her business is growing. And our number 1 top team builder this month is one of our founding IWGs, Anthony, in Maryland. So I want to congratulate Anthony. He is an amazing guy as well, and one of our, like I said, founding independent wellness guides of the company. So congratulations, everyone. Super proud of you, and just so great to watch you grow and just become, your very strong business owners that you are. So congratulations. I also want to talk about some upcoming RYDPs because if you have been on the fence, if you've been, thinking about doing one or really wanting to look into one maybe so that you can start to get your own business rolling through one of these amazing business presentations, I wanted to share some locations and dates that we have coming up. And some of these are tentative, but we'll let you know, and they'll be on the events tab as soon as they're finalized. But we do have 2 coming up October 7th. One is in Gary, New York with our founding IWG Krista. I will be there actually doing that RYDP. Super excited about Krista's. On that same night, we also have Stephanie, who is on Maggie and Kaylee's team, doing her RYDP in Buffalo, New York. So stay tuned for locations on both of those. We have some tentative dates for New York City and New Hampshire, which I'm excited about with Elise. So as soon as we solidify some of that, we'll let you all know so that if you are anywhere near New York, New Jersey, or New Hampshire area, you could plug into those RYBPs. And then on October 24th, I'm going to be heading out to Ohio with Kara, and we'll be doing an RYBP there on Friday, October 24th. And we have a few others in the works that we are talking with some IWGs about, so we will keep you posted as those develop a little bit more so that you are able to tap in. Now remember, these RYBPs are probably one of the fastest ways to build your business because you're getting multiple exposures all within, a 30 to 40 minute presentation. Not only that, but even if you're not in one of these areas, but you know people that are and people that you're sharing Radiantly You with or would like to share Radiantly You with, you can definitely plug them in to these RYBPs. We'll be happy to meet, greet, and really open up the meeting to them. And then as long as, you let them know to tell us that you sent them, you'll get full credit for it. So it's really a great way to leverage yourself. I love when I see people come to our YBPs that, the person that invited them isn't even there. I mean, that is true leverage, right? You're building your team and you don't even have to physically be doing it. So let us do it for you. And again, the events tab is a great place to look for the most recent and upcoming RYBPs that we have going on. So a little bit of some corporate information and some updates, which I'm very excited to share with you. The first one is that I'll be taking off to the skies again. It seems like I'll be doing it a lot lately here in the next couple of weeks, but I'll be traveling to British Columbia. I leave tomorrow. Well, I guess it's technically Friday, really, really early Friday morning. And I'm heading out there to meet actually with Dennis, our software owner, creator, genius behind, all of the inner workings of Radiantly Used software and website. But we're also going to be meeting in order to finalize the new website update, which is happening. And design's already done. We're just kind of waiting on some of the changes. So we kind of kept that hush-hush as a super surprise for all of you, but I do want to let you know that we'll be getting a whole new look, a whole new feel to the website, as well as finally launching that mobile-ready and responsive site that you all helped us beta test at the launch. So really excited about that, and we'll keep you updated as things are changing and happening with that trip and following that trip when we finalize everything and get the new website up and running. I do also, as a result, want to announce the Bug Finder winner, because if you remember at launch, we had a little contest for people who were helping us and really working with us to help us find the little bugs and things that were in the mobile responsive website that we were kind of testing, if you will. We were kind of a beta tester for it. And we had a lot of you submit amazing bugs that helped us clean up the system and get it ready for our big launch, which is coming up. So we did just randomly pick one of the winners that had sent in a bug. And if you remember, that winner is getting one of our sampler kits for your business. So that's an awesome thing to win. You're going to get an entire full kit mailed to you that you can use to start someone in the business, or to use to sell the products, or even, if you were me, I keep it all to myself because I find I can tend to be a Radiantly hoarder because I love it all so much. But that winner of the Bug Finder contest is Jen Nunez. So congratulations, Jen, and your kit will be going out in the mail to you this week, so you'll be having it soon. So congratulations, and I'm just so excited about the new look that you'll start to see on the Radiantly website, and I know you guys are going to be so thrilled as you share this in your businesses. So I wanted to update you on a couple other cool things that are happening, just so you kind of know what's going on. So I get back from British Columbia actually pretty much early Monday morning, super early, so late Sunday, early Monday. And the very next day, Tuesday morning, I'm flying out to Washington, D.C. For a special invite-only Women's Leadership Summit from the DSA. And I feel super privileged and honored to have been chosen to go with other amazing women CEOs of direct selling companies that you all know and love. And I will be going for not only a day of some great training and just dinners and getting to kind of masterminds with all of these women CEOs, but the following day, Wednesday, October 1st, we're actually going to be going to the Capitol and meeting with senators, representatives, and really lobbying and continuing to promote this amazing industry that we are all in. And I'm so thrilled to get the opportunity to do that, to be a voice for, the mission and the passion behind direct sales and the ability, to create our own lives through this stream of income. And while, yes, it's not traditional, it's not a paycheck every Friday that is, a set, either a salary or a dollar per hour that you earn. It's amazing what this opportunity allows families to do and truly changes their financial futures. Just like Maggie had mentioned on her opportunity call, she no longer has to live paycheck to paycheck as her family. and to be able to have that extra cushion and have that cushion continue to grow as her team grows is really just remarkable, because there's no other industry where you can have that power, that true financial freedom that can come through doing something that you love and are passionate about. So I encourage anyone on the call, if you have even just a short little quote that you want to share, or your own personal testimonial for what direct sales means to you, I would super appreciate that, because then I can take that to some of our local senators and representatives who I'll be meeting with on Capitol Hill on October 1st, to just be a voice and an advocate for this amazing company and this amazing industry. So feel free to shoot me an email with anything that you guys have. Again, it's melissa@radiantly.com, just my email. So if you do have a testimony you would share, I would really appreciate that. And I know that the whole entire industry would thank you. So next really exciting thing that I kind of want to let you know is that we are in the middle of recording and having a brand new longer video that will be used as another step in your system and of sorting and using the system and building your business. And we're creating about a 15 to 18 minute video that will give you a lot more information on Radiantly You, the opportunity, and it really would be the next step to that short little 4-minute video that we have on the website. So once someone watches that video, or you're using that as a tool, and they say that they are interested, you can utilize this next video to get them even more information while leveraging your time, so you don't have to necessarily be the one giving the presentation. So I'm very excited about that. I know it's going to be a very important and crucial tool to your businesses, and I'm just really thrilled about having just a cool new video and a new look in that. Last, let's talk about the body butters, because they're coming back, and I'm so excited. It's almost October. We have a couple more things to finalize in order to get those back on the shelves and out. We do have a slightly new formula, which I'm really, really excited about. I've been slathering my body with it very often, just kind of quote-unquote testing it, but really I'm addicted now because it's so amazing. And some new essential oils that are going to be introduced into some of those blends for just some amazing scents. And truly, I'm truly in love with this new one, so I can't wait to share it with all of you. And then we're going to bring back a couple of the oldies but goodies. So just keep posted. We'll keep you updated with some corporate updates on that as they are ready, and just super excited. I know I keep saying super tonight. I don't know, that's my word of the night. Sorry, guys. So let's move on to some product highlights, because I wanted to highlight the shampoo bars and give you a little more information about them, as well as really what we're trying to combat by the creation of these shampoo bars. Because for me, there were a couple of different reasons why I wanted to go the bar route instead of the liquid shampoo, especially to start, as Radiantly You was beginning. And for me, really, the number one reason was how much I went through shampoo before I, made the switch when I was buying conventional products off the store shelves and stuff. I have to say that I'm a self-admitted, conditioner junkie. I used to buy bottle after bottle, and even though I was only one person, I really do honestly think I went through probably at least 2 bottles of conditioner a month myself. I just really felt my hair needed it. It just seems like, I don't know. I don't really know why, but I did. And one thing that I hated as I started to become more and more aware was not only the chemicals that are in those conventional store-bought commercial shampoos and conditioners, but also the packaging, because I was always, even though I am recycling it, a bottle, a plastic that will never ever go away, I'm continuing to promote them making more and more of these plastic bottles and, continuing to be a part of that system, and I didn't want to. So I loved the bars because it really allows you to bitch and switch, not only the chemicals, but also the containers. And I really have become true advocate for these shampoo bars. And I want to share some other information for you. And let's talk why not conventional shampoos. Why don't we want to use the conventional stuff that we see on, store shelves, in, drugstores, grocery supermarkets, all of that. one of the things I find super interesting about conventional shampoos is that most of them on average are 97% water, which is crazy because they literally are selling you a container of water that you're paying tons of money for, and such a small percentage of it is actually the chemicals or the ingredients that do anything. The majority of it, right, way majority, as in 97%, is typically just good old H2O. Now, because they use so much water, it creates a need for chemicals to preserve that and to block mold. Water naturally will have bacteria growth. When it doesn't matter if you're not using something that has essential oils, for those preservative properties or oils, and you're just using water, it will naturally harbor bacteria after a certain amount of time. So as a result, companies just decided that they can fill a lot of it with water because water's cheap, it's not free, and then they can add cheap and, low cost chemicals and preservatives and stabilizers into that product. Another thing about commercial shampoos is that they're made from various detergents and synthetic materials, and included in those are processed chemicals, cleaners, and stabilizers. So what they really do by using these synthetic materials that are lab created is that they strip your hair of its natural protective oils and moisture. So basically, in order to clean your hair as strongly as it does because of these chemical cleansers, it's stripping your hair of the natural protective oils that our body creates. Hence, you do need the conditioner. That really does create the need to use that second step of conditioner. Without stripping your hair of, the natural oils and things that our bodies create, the moisture that our bodies create to protect our hair, you'll find that conditioner really is not necessary. And I have to be completely honest that I have been using our shampoo bars since, I'm pretty sure it was last February or January or February, so well over a year, going on almost 2 years, and I don't use conditioner at all. And if you've seen my hair, it's not dead, it's not ratty, it's gorgeous and, shiny and full of life. And I really do believe that that's a direct result of allowing my hair to do its natural thing and maintaining those amazing moisture and oils that our body creates for itself. The thing about conditioner is that it really does, the conventional conditioner, so you're putting it back in and it's second after the shampoo because it's stripped, your hair's been stripped and it needs moisture again. The conditioner coats the hair, weighing it down, and what it's coating it with is different silicones and chemicals that, weigh the hair down but also create this fake, really truly fake and lab created barrier that coats each and every strand. Therefore, it does weigh down your hair. You'll find that when you switch over to the shampoo bars, you get way more body. And we hear all the time how many of our customers have said, my hair has never been fuller and it's shiny and it's bouncy. And the reason for that is truly because it's no longer weighed down by the silicones that coat the hair in the traditional conditioners that they were using. So I want to talk a little bit now about sodium lauryl sulfate because a lot of people want to know why no sulfates. Typically a lot of us have educated ourselves on it, but there's so many customers out there who don't understand. So we want to know what to tell them about SLS, sodium lauryl sulfate, and why they want to avoid it. I'll give you a little bit of the chemical or chemistry background of SLS, and it is used to create suds and foam because when it's mixed with salt, which all of the shampoos do, you'll see that there is some sort of sodium in that shampoo in order to be that salt reaction. It makes a really thick, nice foam so that it feels, luxurious, and it's foamy and it's thick and it's creamy, and that is the ingredient that does that. It's the SLS. Okay, so that's the only reason that it is in our shampoos right now is because if it's 97% water, you need something pretty strong in order to create an awesome lather, right? Well, it's SLS that does that. A couple of super scary facts that I found out about SLS that I wanted to share with you is that it was originally designed to clean floors. It's found in garage floor cleaners, engine degreasers, and car wash soaps, believe it or not. So that was its original intent, to have those thick lathers to really break down really harsh greases, such as a car engine. I mean, that's crazy. So that was what it was originally used in. Another super frightening fact that I found out, which is so crazy, is that during the Vietnam War, the military used SLS as a defoliant, and I had to even Google defoliant because I know what exfoliant is, but I didn't know what a defoliant was. And after I Googled it, I found out that it's used, a defoliant is something that removes leaves and foliage from trees. And they did it during the war to clear out areas where they needed to see down in. So this would be sprayed on trees, bushes, wildlife, jungle, and it would literally make leaves and all of the foliage fall off of trees and bushes. Super freaky, right? That's kind of crazy. And the last thing I wanted to share that I thought was super interesting was in clinical studies, they actually use SLS to create skin irritation. So they'll put SLS on skin, both of animals, when unfortunately companies do animal testing, or on humans, because it will instantly start to create skin irritation, rashes, trouble. And they use it in order to test effectiveness of other healing balms, creams, and healing agents that they're trying to clinically test to see if it works. So if it's that bad of a skin irritant where they can use it in clinical studies to create skin issues, why the heck are we using it every single day in our shower to start our day? I really do believe it's just because we're not informed. So it was something I wanted to share with you so you had that information. Feel free to, Google it or educate yourself a little bit more. We love IWG and other awesome resources like that. But just some facts that I wanted to kind of update you is you can talk to people about why it's so important to avoid that chemical and other chemicals that are in, the traditional shampoos and conditioners. So let's talk a little bit about the detox, because we have so many of our customers and new team members that are joining Radiantly You that are super gung-ho about making the switch over to our natural shampoos. So let's get some information about some great ways that we can work to help and support them as they're going through the hair detox. So if you're new on the call, which I know some of you are, and I think we had a couple people hang in on the call from the opportunity call earlier, I want to share with you a little bit about what that detox is. And it's really the period when your hair is shedding all of that nasty silicone buildup and chemical buildup that's been created in your hair over the course of you using conventional shampoos and conditioners for a period of time. So it's really when your hair goes through that adjustment phase to go back to the natural oils that your body creates while also stripping out those silicones, like I said. So it's a period of yuckiness. For some people, it is really yucky. For some people, it's not so bad. It really just depends on your own personal hair, the chemicals and, products that you were using, and really just depends. We are all so different, chemically created. We're all 100%, unique in our bodies. So we all go through different phases when we're switching over to certain products, especially when you're detoxing yourself and getting rid of the chemicals that you've been using in your body for so long. So some of the symptoms that people will have during that detox is tangled hair, oily hair. I had oily hair. My hair was so waxy and oily, during my detox. Mine lasted 21 days when I did do it. And it was just a time of, bun after bun after bun in my hair. And then there's my husband, Nick, who literally had nothing. But he also has shorter hair, so I guess maybe, that definitely contributed to it. But so like I said, the symptoms are tangled hair, oily hair, waxy hair, dull hair, and for some people even shedding. And that's both of hair, not like you're losing a ton, but you'll notice a little bit more hair loss, not crazy amount at all. So don't get freaked out when I say that. And sometimes people will see literal flakes, dry flakes coming off of their scalp. So you're even going to shed a little bit in the scalp in order to remove some of those layers that have been built on. So I want to give you some tips for when you're switching over to our shampoo bars, and just some great things that you can tell your customers and your team members. The first is a vinegar rinse. So it's 1 part vinegar to 2 part water. Some people use different varying amounts. That's just what works for me. I find that is like the best. And I just have a little go-to spray bottle that I keep in the shower. And I still find myself doing the vinegar rinse like once a week, just because I love how it's a natural conditioner. It kind of just makes my hair feel really light and gives it a little extra shine. But that works really well if you're going through the symptom of tangled hair, as well as, dull hair. That helps a ton, is to have the vinegar to kind of boost you up. In terms of oily hair, what works is adding a little baking soda to the lather once you've created it in the shower, just to act as, an absorbent agent to kind of clean out some of that excess oils if you're going through that. Another tip would be really make sure that you're rinsing super well. You'll notice when you switch over to, natural soaps and natural products in general that you'll feel different. I know that when there was one time Nick and I were traveling, and unfortunately I don't remember why, but I forgot to bring my Radiantly Used soap bar, and it was just like a one night overnight, so it wasn't that big of a deal. So I decided, okay, I'll just use the hotel soap. And it's actually like a really nice designer name soap, and if I said it, you would know the company, but I'm not going to say it because we're not about that. But I noticed that when I washed, and was in the shower, I literally felt like there was still a layer on my skin. It was so weird. Like I felt like I couldn't rinse it off enough, Our soaps don't do that. They literally will leave you squeaky clean, but make sure that you rinse really well, especially your hair if you're going through that detox period. You want to make sure they get a full rinse so that they're not leaving any of the suds, any of the soap left in, because that soap is what's carrying away the junk that they're trying to get rid of. Another great tip that people have is to alternate between the bars during their detox. So we recommend the tea tree bar for the initial detox because the mango coconut is a little extra conditioning, and sometimes, especially if you're going through that oil part of the detox, you don't really want extra conditioner in your hair at that time. However, a lot of people have found amazing success just alternating back and forth between each bar as they're showering, as they're washing their hair, and have found that worked. But again, the best way to support your customers and your team members through the detox is just, be there for them. And most of the time it's just complaining that it's like day 15 of wearing their hair up and they're just like a little bit tired and frustrated, but most people are willing to go through that. So, as you know, every single person is different with our bodies, so we're all going to go through different things. And honestly, for some people, it may just not be for them, and that's fine too. If it just isn't for them and they're not feeling the success of the detox, and you have to pick and choose what you're going to do, and perhaps they can find another more natural shampoo or conditioner that works for them. But again, just make sure you're there for them. Let them know that they can use their team, they can rely on you. If you're they're IWG and they're just a customer, just let them know that you can happy to answer questions. If you have a little customer group or something that you can add them to, that would be super helpful, and just a great way to kind of get them in the loop and have the support that they are looking for. So that is some great information. I hope you find that helpful to your business, especially some of those scary, not too cool or facts that I had, but it is just good knowledge to have, and something that you can share with your customers and team members. So next, I want to talk a little bit about integrity and talk about, more of the personal development side of our trainings, and share some stuff with you that I've been doing because I've been doing a lot of reading. And as you may know from a call maybe about a month ago when we chose 5 winners and gifted the Compound Effect, that we started a little book club, and it's been going amazing. I love connecting with the women and just sharing and talking about this book, The Compound Effect, which is really based on the fact and the premise of the book is that every single little action and decision and choice that we make is compounded in our lives. It's not just one piece of cake that made the thunder size, right? Or that's just one example, I guess, not a positive one, but, it's not just one little thing that all of a sudden creates it. It's not one walk on the treadmill that gets you feeling good and in shape the way you want it to be. It's consistent effort. that is needed to do that over a period of time to get you to your end goal. And in the book, they also use the example of a plane flying its course. That course is to get you to your goal. But if you veer off, even just 1 degree, a plane flying from New York to LA veers off just a tiny little bit and stays on that wrong path, it won't come anywhere near the initial, place it wanted to go, LA. It won't end up there. And it's sometimes just the smallest degrees of change that take us away from our goals and the things that we want to create. So integrity is a big part of that, I think, because as we're building the life that we want and the goals that we all have, and we know we all have those goals and dreams. And for many of us, Radiantly You kind of represents the hope that we have of those goals and dreams and makes it seem a little bit more attainable in our lives. And I believe integrity really is the foundation of all of that and everything. So let's talk a little bit about integrity. And Webster, just the good old Webster dictionary, defines integrity as the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles. Or there's two definitions. So that's the first one. The second one is a state of being whole and undivided. And some synonyms that Webster came up with for integrity are honest, good character, ethics, moral, virtue, sincerity, unity, cohesion, all great words, and all things that I'm sure all of us would love our life to embody. One quote that I love that I found that really stuck with me is that success will come and go, but integrity is forever. And that's so true, because regardless of whether or not you're in an upswing, a downswing, you're in the middle of some great momentum, or you're kind of at the lull where you're just trying to pick yourself back up and figure out how to get back on to feeling that momentum that you maybe had a month ago or 3 months ago. It's the integrity that really is the forever part of that. That's who you are when no one is watching, right? The integrous person that you want to be is the person that you don't show everyone. It's really the true person. And I love that quote, integrity is who you are when no one is watching. And we talk about that a lot with our employees at the Radiantly headquarters. It's really who you are when bosses aren't in the room. It's who you are and who you want to be as you're continuing to grow yourself. And so I kind of wanted to talk about some tips about that and some different areas, because, we all struggle at times with our integrity. I mean, I know that I do. It's really hard. Even the best people that you can think of, Martin Luther King, Gandhi, Mother Teresa, all these amazing people that really embody that integrity, that true, moral, honest, upstanding people that we look to as an example. I've come from places of, being out of integrity at times, and they've developed it. It's a skill. It's something that they worked on continuing to create. And integrity really is so important and crucial in your lives, and especially in your businesses, because you have to realize that every person who trusts you because you have integrity and because you're someone that they look to, will spread that word to other people. And the value of that trust is truly immeasurable. As an entrepreneur, it really means that your customers are trusting you, right? And if you're a person of integrity and someone that they can trust, they're trusting you with their money. They're trusting you with, they're purchasing a product because they trust you and they believe in the things that you say. You kind of have to uphold that level of integrity in your business. And you all can think of people who that perhaps don't have the best integrity or ran a business that wasn't completely integrous. And eventually that got out, right? I mean, eventually people found out that's how you know that they didn't conduct their lives that way. So having integrity and bringing that into your business is something that people will take notice of in a really positive way. And they'll be drawn to you as a result. For your team and your IWGs, that integrity is crucial because they joined, you and your business full of that same hope and passion, the dreams that they have, the goals that they want to reach. And they're looking to you, and they specifically join your team because they have that trust because of your integrity that you're going to help them get to those goals. So it's important that we uphold those things that we wanted and that people have in their minds for what you're going to help them with. Being a person of integrity really equals an army full of people who are willing to go the extra mile for you because they know that recommending you to others will never damage their reputation. Think about some of your best customers who really do view you in that way. Perhaps they think, oh, she's like, just really natural and she's just so awesome of a mama. What an awesome, crusty dad he is. And he's an IWG. That's so amazing. I really look up to him. I want to learn. I want to learn from her. There's people who look at you like that because of this journey that you're on with Radiantly You. And they do recommend you to other people. You can probably think of some of your best customers who are out there being your biggest advocate to people you don't even know. And that's a result of you and who you are and that integrity that you have. So really, integrity equals limitless opportunities and possibilities because people will go out and promote you because they believe you're such a good person. And it's amazing what that integrity will create. And it's true. And with that, though, comes a lot of responsibility. I noticed that in my life, a ton. And we were actually just at a training with some of Team Thrive last night in Buffalo. And one of the girls, IWGs at the training said, I really don't know how you do it. It's just amazing to me to think that you have a 3-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 1-year-old, and that you and your husband, run this amazing company and are here on, a Tuesday night until 10 o'clock doing trainings. Like, how in the world do you do it? And it's true, it's the responsibility. And Nick answered that, he said, it's not really us, we have a responsibility to uphold. And for us, that's the integrity of what we're trying to create for all of you on this call tonight. We work so hard because we love it, but we also work because we have that responsibility to you. And we want to uphold that integrity because, you're invested into Radiantly You. And we want to give you every single thing that we can to help you take that investment, the best possible thing in your entire life. I want you to have and to reach every single goal and dream that you have. So that's really a big part of integrity. And looking at integrity and the core values that it entails really can sometimes seem extremely overwhelming and unattainable, right? When you think about all of those things and then you think about integrity is who you are when no one's watching. So it's literally you being like that 24 hours a day. Like, that's the ultimate goal, right? That seems pretty overwhelming at times. I even get overwhelmed about that, thinking I have to be, on my best behavior and my strongest, best possible being all the time is overwhelming. But instead of viewing it that way, I think that you can look at it differently and that you can really picture integrity more as a path or a road to your dreams, that same trajectory of that plane we talked about just a minute ago from New York to LA, right? That path that you're on. And each day, it's just a step in that road and on that path. So if you align yourself with that mantra of creating yourself into that person and just come to each day with an awareness of that you're working or striving to become that, you'll find yourself thinking about it when you're going to do something. Really silly and small little example, but I recently did that when I was getting groceries, and it was like slightly starting to rain, and I have this ginormous cart right full of food from all of my kids, and I forget I was buying extra groceries for one of our employees who's in college now. I try to get them just little goodies to have in their dorm rooms and stuff. So I had this huge cart, right? And so I'm quickly loading the groceries into the back of the car and trying to hustle because it's starting to rain harder and harder. And at the time I was rushing, and I usually try to park near the cart returns, right? Because then I can easily take my cart back, have no excuses for leaving a cart in the middle of the parking lot. And this time I didn't. And I'm sitting there looking around thinking, I could easily leave this cart right here. No one will really say anything. And, hopefully won't hit a car. And I could totally do this and no one would know. But this thought came to my mind, would an integrous person do that? Or shouldn't I go the extra mile to return this cart to the cart return? And even though I didn't want to, at the time, because I was just being lazy and it was raining and I wanted to get in the car and go get a coffee, I decided to walk the distance to go do that. And I know that that's a very small little example, but it really is, because it is who you are when no one is watching. And it's those things that you do because you want to be that kind of person. So it doesn't have to be super overwhelming. It can be as simple as taking the grocery cart and returning it back to the cart return in the rain. But it's just little tiny things that bring you closer and closer to the person that you're wanting to be. And not only that you want to be for you, but that you want to be for other people. So one of the best ways to begin creating your life in a very purposeful and directive way that I found recently is to use the process of backward planning. And I was recently working with a coach, and they kind of introduced this awesome concept to me, and they called it creative future, which I thought was really interesting. But it's really starting at the very end and then working your way back. So as creepy as it is, it's almost honestly starting at the back end of your life. And she kind of, at the time we were talking about my kids and, my struggle with the balance thing of being, the mom that I want to be while also just loving what I'm doing with Radiantly You and building this business. So we were talking about my struggles with that, and she says, well, let's go to your children as adults, 40, 50 years old. And let's say they're all getting together for a dinner or something, and they're reflecting on their childhood. What would you want them to say as they're sitting there 50 and 60 years old and thinking about the times that they had when they were little? What do you want them to say about their childhood? What do you want them to say about their parents, their mother? What words would you, if you were a fly on the wall, what would you want to hear them say? And that was really powerful, and I sat and thought a lot about that. And I eventually, Nick and I got together and wrote down a whole list of what we would want our kids to say about what their childhood was like. And that was awesome because it really was working backwards. So then we have all of these things we want them to say, like unconditional love and support and I forget all the things on the list now, but all those things that we had written down. And then we're like, okay, well, if that's what I ideally would want my kids to say, then I need to be that every single day so that I create that experience for them, right? And it did break it down, though, because it didn't feel super overwhelming, like I had to be this perfect mom all of the time, but I knew specifically in the areas that I wanted them to say and the childhood and relationships I wanted to create with them, the different things that I could do towards that goal. Another, you can take that into what would you want your team members to say? 20 years from now, when Radiantly You is ginormous, right? And there's thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of distributors, and your team is massive, and you're helping and changing so many people's lives. What would you want those team members to say about who you were as a leader? What are the qualities? What do you want them to say about how you've helped them reach their goals and dreams and change their lives? And then work back to see what would I need to do in order to create that? Or even if you want to take it this far, and I know it's a little morbid, but at your funeral, what do you want people to say about the character of who you were as a person? And what do you want them to remember and reflect on about you? And then think about that. And are you that person, or how can you add more of that into your life? So I love that. And maybe you can do that, tonight, tomorrow, when you have some time here in the next couple of days. Write out those qualities and kind of work backwards and create the actions and activities that you need to possess now in order to make that happen. And I just wanted to share one last resource with you all before we end the call tonight. And that kind of goes along the lines of these, core values that you're trying to create. And again, with The Compound Effect, an amazing book and one I'm going to continue to recommend to all of you. But The Compound Effect, if you go to thecompoundeffect.com/free, there's downloads that you can do. And you don't necessarily have to read the book in order to do these worksheets, but I want to recommend you going, again, to thecompoundeffect.com/free, FREE, and then you'll find there the core values assessment. And it's a 3-page worksheet, but it's amazing and really breaks down these core values so that you can really look through this process and go through the process of this worksheet to identify what your top core values are that you want to work on and want to make more of a focus in your life. So I wanted to give you guys that amazing tool and recommend that going forward here, especially on this topic of integrity, because for me, that's one of my core values. I broke it down into 3, and integrity, inspiration, and unconditional love are the 3 that I want to focus on more in my life. And I think that core values assessment would be really helpful to all of you in order to identify what those things are for you. So I hope you find that helpful as well for your business. And I hope that you found some value in talking about integrity and becoming the people that we want to be. And I want you guys to, literally have every goal and dream that you can even think of, and to reach all of those and to be that person that you secretly wanted to be, and maybe not even secretly, but, have pushed aside. It really is time for you to step into your place and your position and give the gifts that you want to give to the world. So I just want to help encourage that and, be a voice and a support for you in your own journey. So again, we're always here for you. Nick, I, at corporate, we are here to help assist you build your business and build your life. So please reach up, and contact us if you guys need anything. I just know and have such dreams and goals for each and every one of you that I can't wait to see you achieve. So I hope you have an amazing evening and a great week. I can't wait to connect with you again and share with you about the trip to British Columbia and DC. That's going to be exciting. And again, if you don't mind writing a little testimonial about what direct sales has been for you, I'd love to be able to share it with, on Capitol Hill with all the people as we're together and gathering October 1st. So thanks so much, everyone. I hope you have an amazing evening. I love you all, and I can't wait to see you soon. So have a great night. Bye-bye.